the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
On play action, Winston. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Here we go. Like 20.
Check 53. Come on. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
You. Shoot.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Now it's Gurley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Looking from the gun, Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. We'll look now at our starting defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. 2 different things. They combine them.
On 2nd and 9, Winston gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're over there.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Jameis now on 1st down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Brandon Graham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the draw, this is Barkley, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Working out of the gun. Winston. A dump off for Davis. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
That That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep is Trevor Davis. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the toss, it's Gurley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Garoppolo now. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. A quick throw there out to Williams. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
You see me? They can't stop me out.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. From the gun, Winston. He finds Humphries. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This pass finds its way to Williams. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st, a pickup of 12 yards. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Barkley. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
57 the mark. 57 the mark. Man, I got you. Man.
Play action. Garoppolo. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Lions will take over. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
They'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Here we go. 180. Check.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Complete to Dorsett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, Winston. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. On first down, it's Gurley. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. It's Gurley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now Gurley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got it to Williams. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Davis now to return it. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Detroit getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college.
Here we go.
They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Gurley again here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Room here to run. Breaks through the contact. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Oh, he sheds himself free. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. 180. Been long day for you. Check.
The first down carry here for Johnson. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Here we go.
Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. Second and 5 now. Garoppolo gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Mike, here we go. 180. Mike, get in the weight room.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
53. Mike, 53. Cut.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Winston now. It's caught. Humphries. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Continuing to fight for more. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. From the 31, Garoppolo. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Here's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. 46-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This pass finds its way to Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. A handoff as they run the counter play. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Black, what is that? Watching you fire. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
on 2nd and 9. Winston, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready? Coming this way, here we go, here we go. Set hunt.
Gurley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley.
Let's go, baby. Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. On second and 10, Garoppolo. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Jameis to throw it. It's Williams on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He finds Humphries. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A Buccaneer first down as Winston hooks up with Humphries.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Winston completes it to Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. From the red zone now, Winston. It's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
To the air again with Winston. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Johnson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that mesh should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, they needed 2 scores, and they needed that field goal there to be the first one and still give them an opportunity. But now, with the time left on the clock, I think this one's about finished.
So now Winston and the Bucs down by 10, a little over a minute to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston to throw. He gets it to Humphries. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Winston. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This will be caught inside the 10. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Now Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed You know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know, this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Detroit, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.